Hello and welcome to my reaction to the newest episode of the Movie Trivia Schmodown. We got the finals of the Inner Geekdom tournament. It's Martin Kanopik versus Mike Kallinowski. I'm super excited. Let's just get into it.
Championship or otherwise match. It's going to be 10 questions from 10 different corners of the Inner Geekdom universe. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There's no stealing in round one. We're going to ask the question from the answer desk to you. You have about 15 seconds to get your answer ready. You need to write it down in that time as well on the whiteboard with the marker we have generously provided each competitor. Once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to the camera at the same time you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor that for the duration of the 5 rounds, you each have 3 usages of the JTE rule. That's Josh the engineer, and it's his rule because he likes to ask for a lot of repeats. You may do the same up to 3 times in any given match, whether it's 3 rounds or 5 rounds, a championship division. You guys also have 1 challenge each. If you don't like the way a question was ruled, you may use that challenge. If your challenge is upheld, then you retain the right to challenge. Emma Fife is going to be asking all of the round 1 questions. And without further ado, Emma, let's have the first one from the category of
Middle Earth. In Return of the King, who becomes a guard of the Citadel after pledging allegiance to Denethor?
And with 1 question, I'm so happy I turned the
already.
rights over
You
to
know,
you.
listen.
I have no idea.
Well, this one actually was a human name that I was pronouncing. So
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, Mike Kallinowski.
Theoden.
Pippin?
This is
That
wrong.
is correct for 1 point.
Pippin.
It
Also
was
correct.
Pippin.
Or Peregrine
no
Took
idea.
is his full name. All right, second question in the category of Star Wars. Obi-Wan and Anakin battle on what volcanic planet in the climax of Revenge of the Sith?
I went on a date
I have
with
no idea of the planet.
and you went to a volcanic planet?
The Incredibles at midnight. You know what? That's a better story. I'll keep that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mara, you're up.
I have no idea. I'm not even
Mustafar.
going
It
to
is
try to guess
Mustafar.
that one.
Mustafar.
Correct. All right,
Yeah.
third question in the category of DCEU. What is the name of the hidden island homeland of the Amazons?
I've never taken a young lady to the Amazon.
Okay, I know this
the
one.
Amazon itself.
I have not done that
Yeah,
yet.
it's a lot of exciting wildlife there, I
It's an
hear.
adventure?
Yeah.
5,
Themyscira.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Mike.
Themyscira, aka Paradise Island.
That is correct for 1 point. And Mara?
Themyscira.
Also correct.
I don't know if it's spelled right at all.
Listen, there's actually a note in here that says tough to spell, but anything close will be acceptable.
That's why we love you, Chris
Awesome.
Kallinowski.
All right, question number 4, the category of Marvel movies. In 2000's X-Men, what 2 members of the team saved Wolverine and Rogue from Sabretooth's initial attack on the road in Canada?
Wolverine is spent a lot of time in Canada. Is he actually Canadian? I think he's actually Canadian.
I don't know what his citizenship
Yeah.
level is, but I believe he has a DUI, so he's not allowed back in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go pens down, and let's give this
Is
to
it
Mara
Jean
first.
Grey and
Storm
Storm?
and Cyclops.
That is correct.
Storm and Cyclops.
Also correct.
And because each competitor is throwing a perfect game thus
One off.
far, I always like to ruin it by cursing them and reminding everybody that if they throw a perfect round 1, they will be asked a bonus question that only they can answer.
All right. Next question, category of MCU. Who directed Spider-Man Homecoming?
You know, these Spider-Man movies really mounting up.
They really,
There's a
yeah.
lot of,
I think I'm confused about where things are happening now because
Oh,
Spider-Man's
this-
he's like dancing that
John
line in
Watts.
between
Upside down kisses.
MCU and
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kallinowski.
Is it John Watts?
Yes, it is John Watts.
John Watts.
That is
Matter
correct.
of fact,
Yeah.
that is right.
Perfect round for both competitors thus far. Next question,
I've got
DC
2
movie.
points so far.
Finish the Green Lantern quote. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall fill in the blank. A lot of Green Lantern questions.
So, I love when we get a Green Lantern
I
question.
think that somebody's overestimated how many people have actually seen or care to remember Green Lantern.
Can you repeat the question?
Escape my sight.
Finish the Green Lantern quote. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall fill in the blank.
I like the movie.
Escape my sight.
Well,
They
you
have
are
to-
in the
5,
minority there.
4, 3, 2, 1. And we are going to give this one to Mara first.
Well, I didn't finish it, so it doesn't count.
No,
no,
cannot accept that. Did
unfortunately,
Mike
it does not.
Kallinowski get it?
Escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green
Yes,
Lantern's
Scott.
light.
Yep. Okay. All we needed was escape my sight. So yes, that is correct. Mike Kalinowski still with the perfect round. Next category, mixed bag. This is question number 7.
Right?
When was Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull released?
Oh, I know this one.
Movie release date question.
I know, that movie release date. Scott Mance just materializes out of the background.
Movie release date.
3,
2008.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Mike.
Scott Manson.
2008.
That is correct.
2008.
Also correct.
Correct. Still a 1-point advantage for Kalinowski. These competitors have earned their right to be here.
Yeah, they definitely have. Question number 8, category of Star Trek. In 2009's Star Trek, who does Kirk first meet on a
Another
shuttle
Scott
bound
Mance
for
question.
Starfleet Academy? Kind of liked that first Star Trek movie.
I enjoyed this. I was never a big
did
fan
it.
of the TV shows,
Okay.
but that Jean-Luc guy's coming back, I heard.
That Jean-Luc guy is
5,
coming back.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Mara.
Bones.
That is
Correct.
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 Bones, Dr. McCoy.
Yep, that is
right.
correct.
For 5 points, what's his
Wow.
first name? I'm kidding. It's Leonard. We all know that one.
All right. Next category, question 9, heroes and villains. In The Dark Knight Rises, what does Selena Kyle steal from Bruce upon their first meeting? I mean, that's like a heck of a way to form a friendship or an enemy. You just
Thinking
show
about
up to
my
their house.
First
and
day
just
with a young lady on
steal-
Mustafar.
Right. You stole
Never
something
saw my
from
wallet
her.
again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go to Mike.
Necklace.
It's 2 things. He stole the mother's pearls and his fingerprints.
That's the mother's pearls was the question that we were looking for,
Okay,
but
and Mara?
yes,
Dead mommy pearl necklace.
that is correct.
That
I'm
is
not
right.
sure.
His mom's name, we don't know if it was Martha, but we do know she had a pearl
don't
necklace.
know
And we
if
have
they'll accept
approached the
necklace,
last
so I'll
question
have to-
in round 1. Mike Kalinowski still within range of getting that bonus question that will be asked
So I've either got
to
4
him.
or
Our
5
last
points.
question is a Patreon question. This comes to us from Andrew Schick. We love your family's razors, and we love you, Andrew Schick, for being a Patreon supporter.
Yes.
If you're not already a member, check out the Movie Trivia Schmodown Patreon and see which category and tier is right for you.
And
he chose
The category of Harry Potter.
Very interesting. Andrew Schick, I believe he's a Slither.
All right. In the Goblet of Fire, as a safety measure, what new rule is announced regarding the eligibility of students wishing to be selected for the Tri-Wizard Tournament?
I feel bad I gave him Slytherin. I didn't give him a
No,
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin's a good one.
Oh, it is?
I'm Slytherin, so I support that. But I
Andrew,
love
anyone?
Hufflepuffs also. Hufflepuff is a great house.
4, 3, 2. Never visit any of them.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
Pens down,
You never
and
went
That
on
wasn't
your-
obvious
By the way,
already.
Slytherin and proud.
They must
Heck
be
yeah.
over
They have
18.
to be over 16.
can't
I
accept
can't
that.
quite accept that.
Sorry,
no.
Mike. Do you have it?
Well, I put they had to be over a certain age. And 17.
know.
It is 17, but we needed it to be written
Must
down
be
17.
17.
Yeah, cannot accept that. So Mike does not get a perfect game, although he got this close. And Mara still trails Mike by 1, as she did the majority of that round. But I mean, these competitors are showing us their mettle. They have earned the right to be here today.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That was a
now we
good
are
first round
upon
for both of
the
them. But I think
wheel
Mara's
round.
counts. They
This
gotta be
is
over
round
16.
number
They must
2.
be 17.
In round number
That's-
2, the wheel will emerge.
Mara
with 10
got that
different
right.
categories from 10 different corners of the inner geekdom universe, and the fan favorite spinner's choice and the competitor dreaded opponent's choice. Each category contains 5 questions from that genre. Each question is worth 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question, but there is stealing available in round number 2. If a competitor is not sure of the answer, you can ask us to give you multiple choice options. We'll give you 4. One of them is the right answer, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. Competitors, we have Mike Kalinowski in the lead by 1, and he is going to have the option to spin first or defer to Mara.
I will defer.
All right, so that
And-
means Mara is up.
Here comes Mara. She is walking over to the wheel, which is sponsored by our Schmodown patron, Nathan Ovendale. Nathan Ovendale, thank you for sponsoring it. We have Heroes and Villains and Scores and Soundtracks are the sponsored wedges here today, courtesy of Nathan Ovendale. And here it comes, looking at opponent choice, the MCU
Oh.
and Harry
Harry Potter.
Harry
All right,
Potter.
Mara, how are you feeling about Mr.
Come on, take
Potter?
it. I like Harry Potter.
Stay in.
All right. Okay, Mara, you get 5 questions in the world of Harry Potter. Your first question. In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry accidentally sets free an animal when visiting the zoo. What kind of animal did he set free?
A snake.
A
It was
snake.
a snake. We can accept that, and that is 2 points in your favor. Your next question, what actor played Ron Weasley in the Harry Potter films?
Rupert Grint.
2 more points.
Rupert Grint.
Third question of 5, what is the name of the old man who was killed after overhearing Voldemort conspiring with Peter Pettigrew at the beginning of the Goblet of Fire?
Multiple choice.
Is
I
it
don't
A,
know.
Tobias Prince, B, Jacob Kowalski, C, Frank Bryce, or D, Herbert Chorley?
I feel like it's D.
C.
It was C, Frank Bryce. Give her a point. Well maneuvered there. Your next question. This is your penultimate one in this round. And the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Ollivander tells Harry that the 2 wands he took from Malfoy Manor belonged to Draco Malfoy and who else?
Severus Snape.
Go to 5, 4, 3.
Harry.
That is incorrect
Incorrect.
for the steal, and a big 2 points here, Mike Kallinowski.
Do I get the question again without a JT rule?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
In the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Ollivander tells Harry that the 2 wands he took from Malfoy Manor belonged to Draco Malfoy and who?
Severus
Snape?
Snape.
It is not Snape.
Looking for Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yes.
Bellatrix Lestrange. All right.
That was
Now,
that was my
Lauren's come
second
down to her
choice.
last question in round 2. She's going to have a lead coming out of it regardless. See if she can pad it a little bit here. Which of Ron Weasley's brothers is injured by a werewolf? And we'll need an answer in 5,
Percy.
4. That is incorrect for the steal, Mike.
Percy.
Can I hear the question again, please, without...
Which of Ron Weasley's brothers is injured by a werewolf?
I'm gonna say Bill.
Is it George?
It's not Percy.
That is incorrect. Looking for Bill. Bill. He was always hanging around with werewolves, and they always told him don't smoke cigarettes with werewolves.
I
And he
feel
just,
like maybe the werewolf attack is what later made him go on to become a commander in the First Order. And
that could
just-
be it. That was Bill. That Don Gleason?
Yeah,
Ah, I
that's
see
Donald
what you did
Gleason.
there. All right. Well, Mara's still coming out of this with the lead, a 4-point lead over Mike Kallinowski, and it really comes down to what category he can spin. So, Mike, without further ado, please corrupt our wheel of justice. Okay, here comes Mike, and
here's the spin.
again, so much time left in a championship match. Even when you get to round 2, you miss some questions
Yeah.
you think you should have had. You get the betting round. You get the speed round.
Oh, yeah. I have seen people in these 5-rounders come back hard in that speed round, even when they were down in round 2. You know, and again, there's still so many opportunities to make a big difference here, even should things not go one
And
of the two.
Emma, I said corrupt the
Oh,
wheel.
I know.
And
Spinner's
it seems to happen 'cause
choice.
He spun Spinner's choice.
You blessed him to corrupt
And
the wheel, and
it
here we
just-
are.
It looks like it's just wrenching his pure heart to do this tomorrow, to select a category. So, Mike, what category would you like to select for round number 2? All right, thinking about all that knowledge in his head, and we need an answer in 5, 4. DCEU. All right. Here we go in the DCEU. Okay, Mike, you've selected the DCEU, and you're going to hear 5 questions in that critically acclaimed world. Your question number 1 is, in Justice League, what does Batman tell Flash when asked what his superpowers are?
I'm rich.
2 points. All right, your next question.
Silence.
Literal.
Yeah, that's right.
there. What is the name of Zod's science officer in the movie Man of Steel?
Nadia. I don't know.
It is not a deep sigh.
Okay,
Multiple
good.
choice.
I can do that. Is it A, Darren Vex, B, Dev M, C, Jax or D, Rao?
B?
I'm gonna
It
say
is
Jax
not
Earth.
B. Can Mara steal it for a point?
Will you?
The options?
Well, no. Yeah. Like, will you?
Sure. I'll do the whole thing. What is the name of Zod's science officer in Man of Steel? Is it A, Darren Vex, B, Dev M, C, Jax or D, Rao?
D.
It is not looking for Jax Really
Good old
good at
Jax
chemistry.
50, 50, 90.
That's right. Never bitten by a werewolf. That's a fact. Our next question, and this is again going just to Mike in the world of DCEU movies. It's his third in this round. In Wonder Woman, what language is Dr. Meru's notebook written in that only Diana can translate?
It's two languages. It's Ottoman and Sumerian.
We'll take Sumerian
That
for
is
2
correct.
points. And the impressive Kalinowski, even the fans who don't like him, gave him a little round of applause for knowing both languages. We are tied at 13, Emma. We have 2 questions left for Mike to try to take the lead going into the betting
Kalinowski's
round.
playing super
Next
well.
question. In the movie Justice League, when the 3 mother boxes are gathered together, what do they form? We need a specific name.
It's called the Unity.
It is called the Unity.
I don't know.
And Kalinowski has taken the lead by 2 over Mara, and he still has 1 question left. And that one is, in Suicide Squad, what is the name of Enchantress's brother, the one she summons to help her eradicate mankind?
I don't know.
Oscar-winning Suicide Squad. Somehow.
Multiple choice.
I can provide that. Is it A, Incubus, B, Cerberus, C, Diablo, or D, Shaman?
Incubus.
1 point for Mike Kallinowski, and he completes a very
Cerberus.
impressive round 2 in the DCU. He spun Spinner's Choice. That's what you're supposed to do, and
Yep.
he has a 3-point lead over Mara, who also played very gamely with Harry Potter.
She
Emma.
absolutely did, and you
Yeah.
know, playing the game is part of the Schmodown. And Mike played a
This
great
is
game. He had some things that he
nothing
wasn't
less
sure on.
you
He went to the
expect
multiple
from
choice. Ultimately, it
this
worked
match.
out for him. And if it had not, then Mara would have only been able to steal 1
Great
point. So there's a little bit of
performances
strategy
by both
involved there.
Well, we do
players.
get to see Mike Kallinowski spin that wheel one more time because he is in the lead, meaning he is going to be spinning for the betting round. We're going to see what the category is, and once we get that, we'll tell the opponents just how they're going to make the wager. All right, spinning that wheel. The Patreon sponsored wheel. Thanks again, Andrew Schick. Doing a great job. All right. Excuse me, that was Nathan Ovendale, but thanks.
Nathan Ovendale.
Nathan
and
Ovendale, we love you
Andrew
too.
Schick came in with the
Andrew
Harry Potter
Schick was
question
the-
in round 1.
That's right. Get my Schicks and my Ovendales confused.
Ooh,
He has spun
Star Trek.
Star Trek. Very interesting category for both competitors. Here's how it works. You guys see the category Star Trek, so please write down and keep it to yourself the amount of points that you are comfortable wagering from 0 to 3. If you get the question right, you win that amount of points. If you get the question wrong, you lose that amount of points. So we'll give you a little bit of time to write it down.
I didn't know
Once
there
you
was gonna be a
please show
betting
it
round
to
here.
our incredible assistant, Lonzo Ball. Excuse me, that's not Lonzo Ball. I don't have my glass on. That is actually Robert Butler III. And here we go. This is in the world of Star Trek.
I'll bet
Question is,
1 point.
what is the name of the Klingon planet the crew traveled to take Khan into custody in Star Trek Into Darkness? Get a normal 15 seconds.
No idea. Shouldn't have bet anything.
That's more like 10 now.
Probably rounded in around 6.
The way
now.
time works, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Planet is
All right,
called
so
Klingon.
guys finished writing their questions. So, Mike, how many points did you wager?
I wagered 1.
You wagered 1. Mara, how many did you wager?
2.
Okay, Mike, your answer.
Kronos.
Okay, and Mara, your
correct.
answer?
Kronos.
All
Okay,
right.
it's points all around here. And Mara, being a little bolder than Mike in the category Star Trek, has inched her way 1 point closer to his 17-point lead. She's got 15 points, and we go into the speed round now. Emma, how do you see this match shaping up so far?
Oh, man. I mean, they've really been neck and neck so far. Mike has continued to just slightly have the edge, so
They've
it's
both had
really
great,
going to come down to the speed round right now. If
performances
Mark
in
Knopik
this.
is really on those buzzers and knows these answers, she could very easily overtake him in this round.
That's right, and it's not a joke when you say it is a little bit of a physical exertion to get that buzzer down, so hopefully Mara can keep up with Kalinowski, although she's not feeling 100%. Here we go with the buzzer round. So in front of the competitors, you will see a buzzer. We're going to ask a question. At any point during Emma's asking of the question, if you feel like you know the answer, you can hit that buzzer. You only get to hit it once per question. You hit it once. Once I say your name, you have 2 seconds exactly to give us the correct answer. If you don't get it to us in time or it's incorrect, you lose a point. If you get it correct, you get a point.
All right, time for the speed round. Question number 1. In Black Panther, who is the leader of the Jabari tribe from the mountains?
Mike.
M'Baku.
That is correct. Question number 2. Kevin Costner has appeared in how many DCEU films?
That's right.
Mike.
3.
Incorrect. It's looking for 2.
2.
Back to 17 to 15.
Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. Question number 3. What is the name of the heroic droid in Rogue One?
Mike.
K2SO.
That is correct for 1 point.
K2SO.
Question number 4. What MCU actor has a small role as George Kirk in 2009 Star Trek?
That is Mike.
Chris Hemsworth.
Correct. Question number 5. In the Fellowship of the Ring, what is the name of the mines that the Fellowship must pass?
Mike.
Mines of Moria.
That is correct.
Wow, what an impressive speed round from
The
Mike
Mines of Moria.
Kalinowski. He got up early, and then he regressed, and it's like you
Whoa.
make a birdie, you make a bogey, he's right back. What's that going to do to him mentally?
Yeah.
But he gets the next 3 right. That's one of the more impressive speed rounds I have ever witnessed in my time.
I have to agree with you there because as somebody that has witnessed many a speed round,
He
and
gets
has
all
had
3 of these.
competitors
He could-
in title shots many
of
times,
these
I have
round 3
seen how that
questions.
speed round can really
He could
rock
get
you if
30
you start answering
points.
questions incorrectly early on. And Mike, it did not even phase him.
That's right, and Wookiees known for their strength, but maybe not their quickness on the buzzer. And here we go to the final round. This is round number 5 of the Inner Geekdom Championship. Once again, the winner of this playoff tournament is going to be playing against Jason Inman, the current Inner Geekdom belt holder, live at the Movie Trivia Schmodown Live event September 8th at the El Portal Theater in North Hollywood. In round number 5, here's how it works. Each competitor is going to give us a series of 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 16. You can't pick the same numbers as your opponent because each number corresponds to a movie trivia category up here at our answer desk. The first number you give us is going to be a 2-point question. The next one in a different category is going to be a 3-point, and then the last one a 5-point question. There is no penalty for missing an answer in this round, and there is no stealing in round number 5. Our final round. Mike Kallinowski, you currently enjoy a 5-point advantage over Mara. Would you like to give us your numbers now, sir?
Sure. 3, 8, and 13.
3, 8, and 13.
3, 8, and 13. And Mara, your numbers.
9, 2, 7.
9, 2, and 7.
Going all out of order, and I like the moxie. All right, Mara. You currently trail by 5 points, and this 2-pointer can get you back within striking distance with your 3-pointer. You selected number 9, and that corresponds to the category of Star Trek. All right, and your Star Trek question. In Star Trek 2009, Sulu was proficient in what kind of combat?
Fencing.
That is correct for 2 points.
And just like that, she could tie Mike Kallinowski with this next question if it's answered correctly. She selected number 2, and that corresponds to the Hobbit movies. Everybody don't remember they made Lord of the Rings, and those were good. Then they made The Hobbit, and I enjoyed
something.
them.
Yeah.
I give them a hard time.
Watchable.
All right. Mara, your question in the world of The Hobbit is, who plays the Master of Lake Town in the Hobbit series?
Stephen Fry.
We are
That is
tied.
correct. Yes.
No idea.
And now we move on to Mike Kallinowski. Mike Kallinowski, you now have to answer a question.
Point of order. I can tell you all 13 dwarves from The Hobbit.
That is an impressive feat.
Unfortunately, we cannot award any bonus points for that at this time, but we'll bring it up with the commissioner.
We can award points around the bar across the street as soon as we're done with this match. That is going to be impressive. All right, Mike Kallinowski, you selected number 3 for your 2-point question. That corresponds up here to my eyes with scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. All right, your question for 2 points is, who composed the score for Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2?
Oh,
Brian
what
Tyler.
is his name?
Incorrect. Looking for Tyler Bates. Tyler Bates.
Yeah.
And so
Or,
we
no,
stick
it's-
with Mike Kallinowski. And
Yes,
in
that's
your
right.
3-point category, you selected the number of
8.
8. And we'll see if he can scramble around just like the great Steve Young did. You selected number 8. And that corresponds to the DCEU, which stands for, I believe, DC Comics Extended Universe.
That would be DCCEU.
Nevertheless, your 3-point question is, in David Ayers' Suicide Squad, what is the name of the Enchantress's alter ego?
June Moon.
Yes, it is.
Correct.
I have no idea. Again.
Dr. June Moon. So now Mike Kalinowski back to a 3-point lead, and it all comes down to this question from Mara. And boy, you know, sometimes you get a category it's very interesting, and it seems like fate is smiling upon someone. I seem to remember her introduction, and as I replay it in my head, she selected number 7. For your 5-point question, Mara, to take the lead, is Indiana Jones. Your question.
What?
Your question is.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, did you hear the category?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He started to say something that didn't matter.
I
But
just said your question.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
We're on the same page
Sounds
now.
about right.
Most of the things I say do not matter.
Hey, where's my bagel?
Your question is, for 5 points,
Community.
Mike Kalinowski, and to stay in the game. What artifact, and we need the name of the artifact, is briefly recovered by a young Indiana Jones at the beginning of The Last Crusade?
The Cross of Coronado.
That
I
is
don't remember.
correct.
Mara
5 points.
Kanopic
Mara
has a
Kanopic.
5-point
That's right.
lead.
Well, she has a
Excuse me.
2-point lead.
She got a 5.
But
I
she's
get
still in
excited.
the game. She's still in the game.
I get really sweaty over this stuff, Emma, and it's just one of these things. You hope you're going to see a match like this that leads up, because 3-0, 3-0, and it all just comes down to this. And thank goodness I got another overtime, because we don't have the question power. I'll be honest with you. We do have one more question. That's going to be asked to Mike Kalinowski, and that will determine whether he walks out of here a winner and faces Jason Inman, or if we're going to see Mark Knoppick.
How many JT rules do I have left?
You have one, sir. No, I believe you have 3.
I don't recall him using any.
All right. Mike Kalinowski, your question. Number 13 is what you selected?
13.
For 5 points. In the world of the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, name the 2 robotic arms that Tony Stark utilizes in his lab, as mentioned in the Iron Man solo films and in Homecoming.
No idea.
Both of them? You get 20 seconds. We're down to 10 seconds.
Butterfingers,
5, 4.
right? That's
3.
yeah, Butterfingers, and I
Name
don't know
the
the
2
other one.
robotic arms that Tony Stark utilizes in his lab, as mentioned in the Iron Man solo films and in Homecoming. Go to 5, 4, 3,
Repeat the question.
2. Name the 2
Butterfingers
robotic
as well.
arms that Tony Stark utilizes in his lab, as mentioned in the Iron Man solo films and Homecoming. Go to 5,
Is it Laurel and Hardy?
4, and your winner!
Are you shitting me?
Mara! Star has done it! She has toppled the corrupt Mike Kalinowski. What a performance by KO, but Mara Kanopic
That was great.
walks out of here a worthy champion of this tournament and will be facing
What's
Jason
the
Inman
answer?
for the Intergeekdom belt September 8th. I am excited about this, Emma Fife. What a match by both competitors.
Of course, I'm absolutely thrilled by this.
Wow.
She beat Rachel, and now I want to see her go on to beat Jason Inman. And then that just justifies to me that Mara truly is a star here in the Intergeekdom tournament. And I can't wait to see what she does next.
I mean, this is one of the more crazy things that I've seen. Not because Mara isn't as good of a competitor as Mike. I think that they're on equal
Oh,
ground as this match
absolutely.
proves.
Yeah, that was
but it's
crazy.
Mara. She just comes out of really nowhere in this, and then all of a sudden she's in the playoff, and she's competing in the tournament, and she goes 3-0, and then she's up against Mike Kalinowski, and this is not an easy setting to win a game and in focus. She was able to do that, as was Mike. He just got a tough MCU question there. The last, exhausted as JT Rule, still wasn't quite
What's
enough.
the answer to that?
The
I have
answer
no
to that
idea.
is dumb E and you.
Oh, wow.
You, dumb E.
Yeah.
Those are
You,
Tony
dummy.
Stark's.
Gotcha.
That is you, I am dumb E. And now we
What?
are going to throw
Nice
it
top.
to Jen Sturger, who is going to have a post-game interview with both the winner and the loser. Jen, the chaos, the corruption, the victory of Mara is all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen,
thought
she
Butterfingers
has done
was
it.
one he
The
calls
Brown
one,
Dwarf
but-
Star, did I do that right? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, good. Has taken down the Death Star. Oh
Maybe
my
that's in
gosh.
like the Avengers.
Did you ever think in a million years we'd be standing right here?
No.
That was a great victory
No,
from Mara.
not at all. And I have so many people that I can thank for that. with Coy, Emma, and Rachel.
She
they
came
were all
in, never
so
played
intimidating
before,
that I
and
got
she
my
won
prep
the tournament.
on, you know. I studied, and I couldn't have done it without them, and they have all been such strong supporters. I don't think there were any losers in my matches.
He took you down to the very last question. Oh my gosh!
Hi guys, I just wanted to come and say congratulations, and honestly, that means a ton to me. We played a really
She gonna ask her to
incredible
join
match,
the Five
and I'm
Club?
so happy for you, and I'm happy for you today. Down with Anarchy,
Or no, she's
thank
just
God.
Yeah.
And someone's going to the live event, and I will be in the front row rooting her on. Congratulations, seriously.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, even with Mike, even with our blood feud, he didn't walk out of this a loser in my eyes.
No, he took you down to the very last question. You guys came down to the last question. And what were you thinking as he was using his JTE rules and just trying to pull that last answer?
I was thinking that is one of the toughest questions I have ever heard, and I didn't know the answer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's tough.
Now, you just took down corruption. I mean, do
So
you
does
worry
that mean
you're going to have a target on your back now?
Does this mean I rule the roost?
No.
Can we do things my way now?
No.
Oh,
not
yeah.
How this works
This
at
is
all.
happening.
No. But you will be facing Jason Inman at the live event.
You know, there are some complications with that. I have a close personal relationship with one of the members of the Horsemen. And who would he cheer on? A person that he's in a close relationship with, or his fellow horseman?
Yeah.
Quite the conundrum.
Shit just got heavy.
Yeah, that's a question.
So, Mike, obviously that was not the outcome you were hoping for.
No.
Yeah.
But here we are. So we move forward.
Were you impressed by Mara?
I was impressed. I've been impressed since day one. So this is what this tournament was about. I could have not faced Mara right now by bringing her into the tournament. So here we are.
No, she took you down to the last question.
She did. Yep.
Did you think by using your JTE rules that you could actually pull
No,
it,
I had no clue
or
what
you
that
were just
was.
stalling?
And anyone that thinks that they know what that was, you know, it's what it is. It's this how the game works. We can fault it all we want. I've spun. You know, I'm sure everyone when they saw me spin DCU, never thought I was going to win, and that's how it goes. It's just the game, and you could have a great round up until the end, and you lose at the end, and that's what it is. I wanted a fair tournament.
That was
I got
a
a fair
tough
tournament,
last
and
question.
I am the result of that, so I will happily step away from it. This is how it went. You know, I can't fault it. I wanted this. I wanted it fair across the board, fair questions. It just didn't go my way. When I thought they said MCU for that 5 point, I thought I was in good hands. I challenge anyone in this league that could know what that question was. So, you know, I wasn't going to pull it out.
Does this mean the end for corruption?
Well, we got the whole tournament coming up, so, you know, we're going to see what happens. We're going to go with it, and just hope I'm going to watch Mara, you know, go at the live event and watch Mara continue on her path that she's on.
That's it? This is the nicest interview we've had in a long time.
There's no reason. People think, you know, they do the whole thing. I'm a heel. I'm a bad guy, this and that. It's what it is. I was set out to do something. I accomplished that. I was hoping that I would, of course, wanted the belt, but it didn't happen for me. So I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to whine about it. It happened. The belt will always be there. Mara's a competitor that now has put the league on notice. You know, for a while it was always Rachel, and now there's two of them. Two great stars in this league will be facing each other again. You know, we're going to do this dance forever. So
What's next?
Should I tell you? Maybe I have things working. This is the corruption was not just about the inner geekdom. It was the start of the inner geekdom, and then it was going to go out from there. I'm not going to tell everything. I'm going to tell you that. There's no fun in that. There's no fun in that. You want to close this out, Jen?
No, we're done here.
We're done here?
Yeah.
Are we? We are done. This part is done.
Sorry, it's such a bad day.
It's okay. It wasn't a bad day. I saw Mara win. Person, my creation. Moving on. And now she's going to go against Inman. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will.
All right, Em, I mean, you see this. Mara's just very, very graceful in victory. And Mike Kalinowski, I'm not going to say he's turned over a new leaf. He's clearly looking forward to Anarchy and messing with a lot. He's done a lot of team shuffling. But you got to realize both these competitors knew who they were going up against, and they both brought their A game.
Absolutely. And, you know, they had their ups and downs throughout the game. Mike Kallinowski was up for most of the game, and then it just didn't go his way in round 3. We've seen it happen before in the Intergeekdom, out of the Intergeekdom. My goodness, William Bibiani is legendary for being terrible at round 3. So, you know, there's some luck as far as the chips fall where the Schmodown is concerned. And when you have two people that are as strong of competitors as Mike Kallinowski and Mara Kanopik, it boils down to you luck out getting a question you know or you don't.
And you see the resolve of somebody like Mara Kanopik, who was really up against it. I mean, she goes into the last round trailing by 5 points, and it wasn't just any 5 points. Some of those points were earned in the speed round with Mike, just a whiz on the buzzer, getting questions right, left, and right, and then all of a sudden you just go back and forth. What a match. Mara is good at giving us victory. She's also good at giving us some all-time matches, and Mike Kallinowski, for all the crap that we give him, his corruption led to this tournament, and I think that's a pretty darn good thing. Emma Fife, I want to thank you for joining me here at the Answer Desk today. How about a hand for Emma Fife, everybody?
Well, thank you for having me and utilizing my ability to pronounce wizard words. And yeah, we'll see you guys all at that live event on September 8th.
That is right. You can get your tickets right now. Just go to schmodownlive.com, or you can just check out any one of our Twitter feeds, websites, etc. Get your tickets before they sell out for the September 8th event. And make sure you guys check out Emma Fife across all social media platforms and her show Pencils and Parsecs. I am merely Mark Ellis, and you should check out the Movie Trivia Schmodown Patreon. Check out our Patreon right now. Select which tier is right for you. Maybe we say your name in an upcoming championship match for the Schmodown Rundown, the Movie Trivia Schmodown Facebook page, and Christian George Harloff. That is Emma Fife. Again, Baby Carrots, and we will see you guys at the live event.
Doesn't it keep you awake in the middle of the night?
What's this?
The feeling that if you just known a little bit more about the movie Labyrinth, the history of the Schmodown would be different?
It does indeed. But then I feel a great swell of pity for anyone who comes around looking for a rematch.
You should have killed me
Like
when
X-Men.
you had the chance!
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
Release the Kraken!
This is great.
This is madness.
This is Sparta!
The war has begun.
Tell me, do you bleed?
Well, that was great. That little promo, that was great. That was an amazing match. Wow. Wow, that was a great match. Yeah. It's gonna be Mara versus Inman at the live event. That's gonna be great. That's gonna be great. Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that. Yeah. Bye.